What up, YouTube? Coming at y'all with another bike video. Recently, I've been thinking about the idea of starting a new series on my channel where I pretty much get a budget build bike and do a budget build on it. And when I'm done with it, sell or trade it, and repeat the process and keep doing it and getting better and better bikes. Just a little challenge to myself to see how far I can get starting with a low budget bike. Originally, I wanted to start with a BMX. I actually been on the hunt for a 98 through 2001 GT Performer because those are low budget bikes. They don't cost a lot of money, pretty much budget friendly. I actually found quite a few of them, and I was messaging people online, Facebook Marketplace, and different things like that, and they just wouldn't respond, man. So I'm like, damn. So I started looking at other options, and I thought about it. I said, I've been wanting to do a lowrider bike for a minute. I actually did a lowrider bike back in the day. I think the last one I did was like in the early 2000s. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you see I actually built a 68 Stingray recently, but it's more on the original side. That bike probably like 98% original. If you go back and look through my videos, it's like a violet purple color, like the OG color. It's not the OG paint, but it's like a repaint of the original color. With that being said, I ran across this lowrider bike for a real good deal, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and probably start out with this bike. Also, I've been doing a little side hustle on the weekends, just just get a little extra money, just a side hustle outside of my regular jobs and stuff like that. Where I've been doing, I guess you could say, like a sidewalk sale, kind of like similar to a yard sale, where I just sell things that I don't want, or things that my girlfriend don't use and things like that. Or sometimes I even go as far as like buying things for a good deal and, flipping it for profit. And I noticed I had put a Walmart BMX, just a little cheap BMX out there. And it was just something I had got from one of those return stores where you buy discounted products from. I got it for like $10, a brand new Walmart bike. So I set it out there, and I noticed that's what was attracting the customers. People was, making U-turns, coming back to see what I had. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so basically, people was turning around to see what I had based on that bike, and it actually sold. So I started thinking to myself, I said, what if I put a bright red lowrider bike out there? Well, I wonder how many heads would that turn. So yeah, that's how I ended up with this bike for the most part. I am going to bust it down and put my touches on it. It is like a ready to ride bike. It is missing a few parts. Well, I won't say it's missing a few parts. It's actually a preference, I guess, of the previous owner. A lot of these bikes have fenders and chain guards, and I guess that person preferred, not to have them. But I think I'm gonna put them back on. I do like it without it, but I feel like it'll sell faster if I put, what belongs on the bike. So yeah, like I said, I am gonna bust it down. If I keep it long enough, I'm actually gonna paint it. If I don't sell it first, I'm gonna change the color on it. I'm not really a red person, but I haven't decided on the color yet. But for now, I'm gonna just kind of get a few new parts. Definitely got to change that chain. That's one of the things that irked me when people do builds on. They did a build on this, like a 10-footer. It's a clean bike. Previous owner painted it. The paint is pretty decent. I would say it's like a 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, it's a 10-footer. It looks good from a distance, probably like a 5-footer. It looks good until you get up on it, and you'll see like little flaws here and there, but nothing crazy for the most part. Pretty nice bike. Like I said, if I change the color, I still got to change the grips and things like that. I have a few NOS swim parts that I might throw at it. But other than that, it should be a fun build. Just wanted to give you a little preview of it before I actually bust the bike down and do a few things to it, just let y'all see it before. Like I said, it's a pretty decent bike, man. I just changed these pedals. I put these Swin OG Swin pedals on there. It actually had the same pedals on it when I got it. They were just aftermarket, and it was like cheap and lightweight. So went ahead and threw some OG pedals on it for now. There's a lot of things I could do with this bike. You know, they got so many different parts for lowrider bikes. You know, twisted forks, twisted handlebars, all kind of different stuff like that. But I'm not really into that. Like, that's cool, but I'm gonna go more of like just a smooth chrome, nothing twisted, just kind of a stockish, traditional lowrider bike, like a functional bike, something you still can ride. I don't want to build it so crazy to where, you know, you can't ride it or whatever. It's just gonna be a real simple, basic build, but it's gonna be clean. Also toying with changing the wheels. Most of these bikes come with either these wheels or like 144 spoke wheels. I'm thinking about going with a wheel that has less spokes. Like, I would like a 28 spoke wheel or a 36 spoke wheel, something like that, chrome. Just to be a little different, a little more old school, and they're easier to clean, obviously, because you don't have all the spokes. But yeah, man, this is the bike. Like I said, probably go order up a chain, get a chrome chain for it. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna put the old spin on it. Just put my little touches on it. But yeah, all right, y'all.